Oh, the light is too bright. We're not talking about Paddington in Peru. We're talking about Nosferatu. G'day, it's Adam and Thalia here. Happy 2025, everyone. We are talking tonight about Nosferatu, the latest film from director Robert Eggers. Thalia, can you tell us what it's about?
This film is set in the 1830s and it follows an estate agent called Thomas Hutter who gets sent by his employer away from his wife, who has melancholy and is a bit not right in the head, by his employer to this faraway castle in Romania with this prospective Count Orlok, who's a client who could be buying property in their town, and basically discovers he's signed up for something that's a little more above his pay grade than he was expecting and happens to involve blood-sucking demons. So, pretty fun.
He's really earned his commission on this one.
He really has, he really earned that singular bag of gold.
Yes. But
he really earned it.
He actually is doing everything that real estate agents should give to realtors, where they say, read the contract before you sign.
Yeah, completely.
He did not stick to his own rules whatsoever. He just signed something.
He just went for it.
He went for it, and he signed away something that he shouldn't have.
Yeah, completely.
But more on that later, I'm sure. So Nosferatu, if you didn't know, is a film that was originally made in 1922 was the first time that Nosferatu was made, and the filmmakers of that particular film were sued by Bram Stoker's widow at that stage for the estate, because obviously Bram Stoker wrote Dracula. She did win the legal battle on that one, but still the property remained, and it didn't get remade until 1979. Which is interesting. So it's taken that long for us to get another version of Nosferatu, and Robert Eggers directs this one. Of course, the director of Vavavitch and The Lighthouse and The Norseman. So he has a lot of films under his belt. And look, I think outside of everything, what Robert Eggers knows how to do is create atmosphere.
Oh yes,
he is a director that understands atmosphere so well and knows how to get underneath your skin with atmosphere, not jump scares, not just horrific imagery,
which is incredible,
everything like that, but it is just through creating an atmosphere of dread. And this is something that he has absolutely mastered in this film. He's been given an amazing canvas with amazing actors to work off. And he has worked with amazing actors before, but I think this time round you can really see his passion for the material. The film goes for well over 2 hours, but I didn't feel at any stage that the film lost me. I was gripped the entire time, just like poor Nicholas Hoult was as his character. That he is gripped by this demon, this count, he is. It is amazing. The visuals in this alone are phenomenal. Some people have said that it feels long. I didn't, for one instance, feel like it was long. I didn't feel like it was drawn out. I think if you're going into this to expect a Dracula vampire film, you're going into the wrong movie, because this film, what it does is it sets up the dread for the ultimate payoff at the end. And even then, it'd be ridiculous if men came in with big sticks to whack a vampire and kill it, like a la Dracula. I think this is very much about a natural course of events that's laid out over the course of the of the screenplay. So there's just some amazing visuals in this.
Yeah, completely. There's some shots, like Robert Eggers always does, just say what you will about some of his films which make you feel uncomfortable, but that's exactly what they do. Sometimes they do make you feel uncomfortable, and it is part of the way he directs, is that, like Dad was saying before, he creates atmosphere and creates these shots that when there is emptiness or when there is darkness, you feel that sense of like, oh my god, something's coming or something's happening. And even in the shots where it's kind of like still peace, Like there's a couple of shots in the beginning of the film when Nicholas Holt's character is traveling to the castle, where you get these moments in nature where it's just complete peaceful, and yet you still feel that there's something lingering below the surface. Like he uses space so well in the way he creates his thing, and he uses symmetry so well, particularly. And just he knows when his audience needs that sense of, oh my god, something's coming, or like, you know, I was saying as well earlier, the way he uses color in this film is really interesting as well, because the closer Nosferatu gets towards his ultimate goal, the more diluted and more saturated the colors become around the town, around the people that are being affected by Nosferatu. And so he communicates so much about the characters and their mental state purely through the way he frames shots and purely through the way that he frames color in his films.
Yeah, as to Thalia tonight, it's kind of like he's mastered this black and white sepia. It's such a unique black and white device, and you're right, when he gets to when Nicholas Holt's character gets to the castle, the whole mood changes. It changes on the road to the castle. And what's really interesting in this is about the sound design. It's amazing score as well. Like the score is really prevalent, but
it's used well.
It is, but the sound design is the thing. And I think the beautiful thing about great sound design is not only does it evoke the environment in which the character is, that you're supposed to feel it, but I think it's when the sound design reflects the character and you feel via sound what the character is feeling. So it's almost a reflection of the character's feeling through the sound, like you're hearing through their ears, which is the most amazing thing. And I think that's what tonight did, is it really, like, every breath that the Count was making, every scrunch of clothing, every movement on tiles, every echo in the room, all felt through the character that we were focused on. Not going to the person who's coming into the room, but feeling from the person who's on screen. And I think that was such an interesting way that the director has found to reflect this. So really well edited, really great sound design, great score, fantastic acting.
Every single actor in this was just incredible. Like Lily Rose Depp's character, she just played that madness and that, because the whole, like, when you think about it, she is probably pretty much one of the main characters of this film, because she actually is the reason why the Count is seeking so much. No spoilers, but it's like that very much. You get her sense of madness and get that sense of, like, oh my lord, like this, the hold this thing has on her is almost unbreakable.
She's almost playing two characters.
Oh, completely. She completely is. Some of the scenes where she has her, like, seizure moments were legitimately terrifying.
Yeah, it's like Linda Blair from The Exorcist. Yeah. I get a lot of that feeling going on, really, this is the ultimate...
a bit Smile-like in one of those scenes too, where I was like, oh no.
It's the ultimate exorcism movie. I think this is what we've got, so amazing. And Willem Dafoe is great. Everyone's great. Aaron Taylor-Johnson's great as well. Like, it'd be really, you couldn't single one person out as being good or bad. They were all great. Amazing. And obviously Robert Eggers has been sitting with this material for a long time. He wanted to make it as his second film. I think in 2015 he was talking a lot about that, and he's got a massive history of this. You've read Nosferatu when he was little. He did a stage play for it. He put it on stage. He even played the Count in one of these stage plays, and he's for a long time wanted to, bring this to the forefront. And you can see it in every single frame. He's obviously thought about every single frame that he was putting on screen tonight and really reflected it beautifully. And he has ticked the box so very, very well. This is an amazing achievement.
Some of the like shots and some of the cinematography that was done, like, it felt like art. Like some of the, especially towards like the end of the film, there was some of it where you look at it and you go, that is like, if you paused that and told me it was painting, I'd believe you. Like, I was like, it's beautiful. Like, it's gorgeous. Like, it's very, very, very well shot, and props to the cinematographer for that.
It's just a great example of all creative departments coming together to realize a vision and working so well to create it and to bring it to screen. And this has to be seen on the big screen for a number of reasons, because I think this is the problem with Robert Eggers' films. I think they are they can be quite small, like the lighthouse, but they are cinematic in scope and feel, and having that, I think having that experience with other people is really important. And this, especially because
the sound design,
quite how dark it is, but also I think it might get lost if you're watching it at home or
the
on
majesty
your laptop.
of some of the shots. You
really
need to be able to see see into the darkness. Like, you need to understand parts of the darkness to make this film as impactful as it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, what would you give Robert Eggers' Nosferatu?
I would give it a 9 out of 10.
A 9 out of 10.
Really liked it.
Yeah,
I really liked it.
Yeah, I'd venture a 9. I'd venture a 9.
Adventure a 9.
Adventure a 9. I would creep into the dark and grab the 9. No, so amazing. Great job by everyone. And yes, definitely see it. That is the instant movie review for the first one for 2025. Don't forget to tell your friends. Have you told your friends? We'll be having conversation. No, about this channel. Tell your friends about the movie, but more importantly, tell them about this channel like you have. And tell your friends, tell your goldfish, tell your dog, tell your cat. I'm not averse to all the animals. And we will see you next time here in my car.